Hi everybody, this is Mrs. Klamm, and in this presentation we will be talking about the split complementary color scheme. Split complementary color scheme, a variation of the complementary color scheme. In addition to the base color, it uses the two colors adjacent to its complement. That word adjacent just means the colors that are next to the complement. This color scheme has the same strong visual contrast as the complementary color scheme, but has less tension. If you recall from the complementary color scheme presentation, we talked about how complementary colors can create overstimulation and tension, especially if you're using text with complementary colors. Say, for example, a green background with red letters or a yellow background with violet letters. Overstimulation can be a big problem when you're using complements. However, with the split complementary color scheme, you don't have that problem. You still get that strong visual contrast and colors still pop, but they're not quite so overstimulating. In this painting, you can see a split complementary color scheme has been used. They start with yellow as their base color, and then they find its complement, which would be violet, but instead of using violet, they split it. They use the colors that are adjacent to it, which in this case would be blue-violet and red-violet. Here are the steps to finding split complements. Step number 1, start with a base color. Step 2, find its complement. And step 3, split the complement. Here's an example. If we start with yellow-green, we would find its complement, step 2, but instead of using red-violet, we would use red and violet, the colors that are adjacent to that complement. So the three colors in this color scheme would be yellow-green, violet, and red. Here's an example of a split complementary color scheme in an interior design. In this design, they've used yellow, red-violet, and blue-violet, just like in the picture with the hand and the guitar. Here you're asked to find the base color. Let's recap. The base color is the color that you start with before finding the complement. In this painting, you might have to look at it and say, well, I know for a fact that this is red. So we'll start with red, and then we'll find the colors that are the colors that are a complement to it. So we start with red, find its complement, but instead of using the complement, you can see the artist has split the complement and used yellow-green and blue-green. So does that make sense? Can you see how it starts with red and then it uses the two adjacent colors to red's complement? In the Firefox logo, you can see that a split complementary color scheme has been used. In this one, you might have to stop by saying, okay, well, I've got yellow and I've got orange and I've got blue. How can I make this fit over here? I know that blue is here and orange is over here. But wait a minute, that would be a complementary color scheme, not a split complementary. So instead of using blue and orange, you can see that this artist has used blue, then yellow-orange, and red-orange. Here's another example of a split complementary color scheme. This artist has used blue, so we'll start with blue, and then we'll find the two colors that would fit this split complementary color scheme. Blue, yellow-orange, and red-orange. Can you see the colors over here? Blue, yellow-orange, and red-orange. In this split complementary color scheme, you can see how the artist has used red, yellow-green, and blue-green. They've also used tints, tones, and shades of each of those colors. You can almost see a value scale starting from red and going down the shades of red into almost black. Same thing with the greens. You can see a really light yellow-green, and you can see a darker yellow-green, especially where these two blocks overlap. That's it for this presentation. I hope you learned a lot and that you will be able to use split complementary color schemes in your art successfully. Thanks for watching and have a good one.